Hi there, and welcome back or welcome to the channel if this is your first time here. My name is Amy, and I have a somewhat unhealthy obsession with Formula One. So much so that in this mini-series we are taking a deep dive into the F1 games. Specifically, why they are popular and how this correlates with real-life sport. Slightly nerdy stuff, but that's okay. Now, this is the final video in that mini-series, and today we are looking at F123. Now, when it comes to the recent resurgence in the sport's popularity, I couldn't not talk about the Drive to Survive effect. Now, for those of you who are unaware as to what the Drive to Survive effect is, it's what the recent spike in popularity in F1 is referred to, thanks to the Netflix show Drive to Survive, which came out following the 2018 season and basically follows a lot of the drivers behind the scenes. It shows you the real life thrills, all the drama both on and off track. It's meant to be a documentary series, but it's slightly more dramatic. So, with this came an influx of new fans. For example, look at this graph. And look at this one. They both show the spike in popularity that the sport has undergone. And what is this correlated to? Look at this graph. A spike in popularity in esports as well. And what does this mean? Great things for the F1 game. All of this has also caused F1 to make their own esports competition that started back in 2017 and has only grown in popularity since then, with the competition using the F1 games as opposed to the more realistic driving simulators that exist out there. The competition is broadcast worldwide as well, and it's something that the average player can sort of aspire to if they get really, really, really good. The F1 teams all have their own esports teams now, which is incredible, and this really shines a light on esports and the gaming community, and F1 really taking it seriously. Some of the very best at this competition have even gone into race in real life against legends like Sebastian Vettel and Mika Hakkinen, David Coulthard, Mick Schumacher, all that at the Race of Champions, which insane. Whilst the game has slowly grown in popularity since 2018, 2023 actually saw a dip in sales for it. Now, we discussed something similar back in our video on F1 Challenge a few weeks ago, where thanks to the Schumacher domination, not only the sport, but also the game saw a decrease in popularity. Now, we can already see this slowly starting to happen with F1 as Max Verstappen is dominating at the moment, and even though it hasn't been that long, you can see a little bit of a drop-off, and that might have also carried across over to the game. And also, guess who's back to owning the F1 titles for the first time since F1 Challenge? EA Sports, they're back for this year's game. How history repeats itself. Okay, so now I want to talk about the culture around the F1 games. Specifically F1 Let's Plays, even more specifically F1 career modes, and how the F1 games have facilitated this through certain aspects and features of the games, as well as promotional stuff like that. By the way, I might start my own F1 career mode if you are interested. But yes, we are going to get a bit academic again. And we are looking at an article by Used Rassins, Computer Games as Participatory Media Culture. Now, there are two frameworks that can be discussed in relation to the F1 games. Those are techniques and types of participation. So, let's get into the techniques of participation. According to Rassin, video games implement a number of techniques to encourage participation. These include things like multimediality, virtuality, interactivity, and connectivity. The F1 games actually integrate all of these aspects to a certain level. In terms of multimediality, this can be seen in the use of realistic audio and graphics, as well as commentary and cutscenes for certain modes such as Breaking Point, which follows a narrative structure. Most notably in F1 games, interactivity and connectivity are at the forefront of what they do, with many players participating in online virtual races and many having their own wheel setups, like me, providing a very specific time and place for participation, a specific environment that is created for players. However, many people also choose to engage with this game a lot more casually, using just the controllers or maybe just playing against their friends or just against themselves. The next framework we're looking at is the types of participation. Now, this is mainly seen in the F1 community through making content, like this video. I'm getting very meta, like this video. This video is considered a type of participation. I'm interacting with the game in my own way. Now, Rastin breaks this down into three sort of steps. These are interpretation, reconfiguration, and construction. Now, many of these videos that are popular within the F1 Let's Play community are the creator uniquely interpreting the F1 game by creating their own teams, brands, and drivers, or reconfiguring the real-life F1 season into their own created universe, essentially. Through this, they're able to tell their own unique story. And in a different article by Rand Glass, Vicarious Play, Engaging Viewers in Let's Plays, the average Let's Play doesn't necessarily focus on the player's mastery of a game. Rather, it simply shows a game being played, with the goal to inform or entertain the viewer. This is important as by creating their own commentary and own unique story, F1 creators are making a new paratext as a type of participation, which is actually the third element in Rasson's framework. Crazy academic stuff over, okay. If you couldn't tell, this is for a uni assignment. So, without further ado, let's do some participatory culture of our own and play F123. So here we are, and it is time to dive into F123. What I like is there's so many different game modes on this game. You have Breaking Point, Career, F1 World, Multiplayer, and League Racing as well, which is pretty cool. Right now we're going to head into F1 World, as this allows us to customize our character, our car, etc. You know the drill. First off, picking out avatar, and then obviously you get to design literally everything from where you're from in the world to your number and stuff like that. And then it was on to designing my helmet and my race suit and my gloves and all of the above, and this is honestly one of my favorite parts of the entire game. I love being able to personalize it and design it, and I'm so excited to be able to play around with it a bit more if I potentially do a whole series on this, because it's just the little details, how you can alter the colors to be exactly how you want them, make sure they all match, and I think I could have spent like hours on it, quite literally. And of course, your driver poses. I chose the left heart because I thought it was cute, and obviously a very happy podium walk, and some absolutely hilarious radio calls that we don't really need to listen to. Then onto my livery, and again, something that spent hours working on is the livery, because even like just the little sticker, like decal placement of the sponsors, I spent way too long on that, and I barely touched it. Like I only did 2 or 3 sponsors because I wasn't actually using the car for this video. Then it is time to dive into the Grand Prix. Now, I decided to choose a circuit that I haven't driven on before, and that is of course Las Vegas, new to the calendar this year and already in the game. We're going to be driving as Max Verstappen in his red roll, just because, yeah, I love Max Verstappen. Anyway, this is new practice. Now, I decided to only give myself like 2 or 3 laps in practice because I wanted a proper challenge. It seemed like a good idea at the time. However, new track, definitely bumped the walls, once or twice. A few corners may have been cut here or there, but it's whatever, we were learning. By the end of it, we did alright, not gonna lie. It was trickier than I thought it would be, but that's okay.
Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now.
And by the end of it all, we have a lap time quick enough for the bottom 5. I think we were 16th. So it wasn't looking too good going into qualifying. But honestly, I slayed. Look, I thought I had such a clear run at this point, because last time we were qualifying there was so much traffic. But no, that wasn't the case. As you can see, our little Esty Bestie, Mr. Ocon, obviously, they didn't know how to move out of the way for a faster car, so just kind of pushed him out of the way. Same with Bottas, although I did kind of actually properly overtake him. I didn't just, hit him into a wall. Like, I actually pretended I was racing him fully sent it to the other side. So I was done. I wasn't dealing with him anymore. And then we came through and we got the fastest lap, as we should, as Max Verstappen in a Red Bull. I don't think we had any of the fastest sectors, but overall it was the fastest lap, so I was happy. I was shocked that Joe was fast when he went out for our second run, but that's okay, he clearly did pretty well, or it was a glitch in the system. Either or. Now on this lap I also thought I had such a clean lap, until I came up on Nick DeVries. I didn't even realise they were still in this game, but that's okay. I did have to do what I did to Bottas. Again, to Nick, just sent it down the inside, quite frankly. Coming up and landing Norris here, I figured he'd be fast enough to stay out of our way, so we were okay. And we put in the second fastest time, still 2 seconds off Joe though, so I'm convinced that that was actually just a glitch. And coming to the end of the session, it stayed the same again, 2 second difference, and then another 3 seconds to the next driver, so I do think that one was just...
Welcome along to Las Vegas, and Formula One might be in the middle of the Nevada desert, but who'd have thought it? It's raining out there. Now how will that affect the drivers as they race along the strip? Well, tonight we go racing around the bright lights of Las Vegas, 3.8 miles under the Nevada night sky and thousands of neon lights. There are landmarks everywhere you look, punctuating the 17 corners and 2 DRS zones.
Rightio then, let's get into the race, shall we? 3, 2, 1, it's lights out and away we go. Pedal to the metal, I knew I just had to fully send it into turn 1. I did not want to be held up by Joe whatsoever. And I did just that. Fully sent it. Success, definitely. And this is where the race gets kind of boring. Joe did us quite a bit of a favour at just holding everybody up. So, we waved to speed ahead. Like, look at that, coming to the end of the lap, already 6 seconds ahead. I'm pretty sure it's 7 seconds by the end of the lap, by the time Sainz is able to overtake Joe. Yeah, a good 7-second gap there, but that's okay. I was going for realism here. Max could probably do it. I have no doubt in my mind that he would be 7 seconds ahead of somebody on the first lap, so we just got the whole field. And look at that, fastest lap. Are we all shocked and surprised? Going into the end of the second lap. Oh, what's this? Oh, another fastest lap. Oh, just too good. End of the third lap. DRS. We'll start with the third lap. DRS has been enabled, and we are still leading everyone. Definitely have broken that DRS zone, so we are all good, really. 12 seconds. Like it's nothing. Oh, you ready? End of third lap. What's this? Fastest lap. Damn. We're sensing a bit of a pattern here. And the end of the fourth lap. Yeah. 22 seconds ahead of the field. And that's it. We're coming to the checkered flag. Boys, nothing interesting happened. Defo set the AI too low again.
That's the race win! That is the race win!
But again, we went for realism. Max Verstappen won by 20 seconds. That's what happens normally. I just have to fit it into a small amount of laps.
Desert, they take the checkered flag to win the Las Vegas Grand Prix. They've hit the jackpot and will be celebrating long into the night. To the podium as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red Bull team. They performed exceptionally today, keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everybody at the team.
Okay, so that was me playing F123. Again, I love the F1 games, and as I'm going back and playing the older games, and now the most recent game, it's insane to see how far it has come in terms of being able to customize your own, like, livery of your car, customize your own character. We have very much taken for granted in the past couple of years. Even having Breaking Point back is really cool, and I'm excited to play that again. I do love a little narrative storyline in my games. It's cool how these games have continued to allow players to engage in their own unique ways, again, being very customizable. There are now more female characters that you can choose from, which is cool. Customizing your own race suits, your overalls, you have your own like little pads to hang out in that you can customize. So each player's experience of the game is going to be so unique and different, and that is insanely cool. Okay, that brings this video to a wrap. If you would like some more gaming content, let me know. I'm just trying to figure it out, and I very much enjoy it. If you want me to do like a My Team Career mode type of thing, I would so be down for that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, then like it, and press the red button to subscribe for more F1 and motorsport related content. And I will see you all in the next one. Laters!